Let's do some 3D art. We're gonna go from easy, medium, to hard, to very hard, to extra hard, and then to, I don't even know if I can do this. Level easy is this 3D hole. I don't know about you guys, but I genuinely have trauma from straight lines. My whole art style is basically just winging it and hoping for the best. Okay, we'll just keep drawing these lines. I'm gonna try to keep the spacing between them even. Nice. All right, that's that. Not too bad so far. And now we're bringing in the Sharpie. I kind of love this part. It's weirdly therapeutic. I used 2 different Sharpie sizes, one small and one large, to get the details nice and clean. Now let's draw a line down the middle. Oh wait, looking at the reference, they actually have 4 black lines and I only drew 3. So let's make our hole a little bigger. Now we just need to lightly shade this part and then we'll blend it out with a blending stump to make it look more natural. Oh my God, you're probably looking at this like, wait, what is that hole on the desk? Okay, you know what? I think you guys should do the next one with me because this is actually really easy and really fun. Level 1 is officially done and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 because it turned out so natural and exactly how I pictured it. Okay, level 2. So this one is an octopus that looks like it's crawling through lined paper. So it kind of looks like it's coming toward you. Okay, I'm going into this with 0 instructions. First, I'm just gonna trace around the octopus and here's our first leg. For this one, you definitely want a fine tip pen. The more we weave its legs in and out of the lines, the better this is gonna look. Okay, now let's give him some eyes. He kind of looks like a ghost right now. It might look a little weird right now, but that's just because we haven't filled it in yet. Once we do, it's gonna look so much better. So don't skip ahead, trust me. Oh my God, I feel like he turned out way more unhinged than the reference. Let's give him a name. Okay, let's call him Squishy. I'm giving him like a 10 out of 10. Okay, now we're moving on to the hard level. I really want to try this one because it looks so freaking cool. And it uses a totally different technique from anything we've tried so far. This time, we have to fold the paper. I have a good feeling about this one. Sometimes you just gotta go into things with a positive mindset. And then, manifestation can actually make it happen. So, positive thoughts. This is gonna look amazing. And now we'll blend out the shading with the blending stump to give it more of a shadowy look. And then we'll fold the paper right down the middle. Oh my God, it looks so freaking cool and so real. You have to look at it from the exact right angle, but it turned out so good. This is actually insane. I definitely recommend you guys try this one. I'm giving this one a 9.5 out of 10 because it was super easy and the result was actually so cool. Okay, this is where we get a little fancy because we actually have to cut the paper, and once we get to that part, it'll all make sense. So first, I need to draw a really long, stretched out rectangular prism. And do you know what time it is? Time for another amazing 10 out of 10 shading moment. I'm gonna keep the shading on the right side lighter so the shape has more depth and looks more 3D. And now it's time for the magic of the blending stump. It makes everything look so much cleaner. You can also use a tissue instead. Okay, and then I'm gonna outline it with a fine tip marker. Kind of going into tutorial mode again, even though this is definitely not a tutorial. But I'm gonna go about halfway up the cube and start drawing the lines. Okay, now that we're done with this, we actually have to cut this part out. This is actually so fun. I feel like I'm doing a little arts and crafts project. When was the last time you guys did a little craft like this? Probably a long time ago, right? I'm actually really excited to see how this one turned out. Okay, are you ready for the reveal? Wait, from this angle, it actually kind of looks cool. It kind of looks like a cube floating in the air, just slightly tilted. I think my problem is that I was supposed to go inward, but I just went straight down. But for the sake of my perfectionism, I'm leaving it like this, and I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. All right, and for the next one, we're doing this circular optical illusion, and then we just need to draw a few lines. We'll keep taking these horizontal lines all the way down, and then we'll draw the vertical ones. We're basically turning the whole circle into a little checkerboard. Okay, so now I've framed the circle with a bunch of weird little squares. Some are a little longer, and some are more squarish. Now we're just gonna take this line and kind of draw a circular shape like this, then another one. Same thing on the other side. And one last one. Okay, this is a pretty good base, right? But anyway, I think we can start adding some color. Okay, I filled in the bowl. And I think I just need to color in the rest of these little checkerboard squares, and then we're done. Okay, I fumbled this one so bad. It's fine, we can patch it up and keep going. Okay, and this is the last square I need to fill in, and we're done. This is actually pretty freaking cool. Not bad. It's a tiny bit messy, but you can still totally see what it's supposed to be. So I'm giving this one like a 6 out of 10. Okay. Now we're moving on to the hardest one. But before we do that, I want to try a little side quest. I really want to try this one because it looks so freaking cool. First, we need to cut out a few rectangles from this. This one is pretty simple and straightforward, and now we just have to draw these little triangles. All right, the triangles are all done. Now I just need to fill some of these in with pencil. I've got this basic mechanical pencil here, and we're just gonna lightly shade these in. I feel like I already know this video is gonna take up a ridiculous amount of storage on my computer. Right now, this kind of looks like one of those fancy Dubai chocolate bars. We're done with that. Let's get a better angle. Wait, I need to blend it out first. So with a blending stump, I'm just creating a really soft shadow underneath. Oh no! This is what happens when you've been drawing for 3 nights straight. It's fine. The good old cut and paste technique is here to save us again. Not bad. Kind of turned out pretty cool. I'm giving this one like a 6.8 out of 10. Okay, now let's move on to the final and hardest level. First, I'm gonna trace the outline of my hand onto the paper. Then we'll extend these lines all the way across the page so the shape of the hand starts to pop out. Now we'll continue these lines over the hand, following its shape so it starts to look more 3-dimensional. And now I'm gonna shade the edges of the hand a little darker to make it pop more, then blend it out with a blending stump. And honestly, the shading is doing all the heavy lifting right now. I'm gonna add a soft layer of shading overall, then bring the highlights back with an eraser. Oh, and here's the final result. Oh my god, I swear it looks like my actual hand is sitting on the table. Okay, I definitely put way too much time into this one, but honestly, it was worth it. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Let me take a little look at what we've made so far. Okay, the checkerboard circle was actually so much fun to make. Oh, and this little guy, he was simple, but somehow got pretty complicated. And then we've got our little hole, the wonky floating cube, and the ladder. I really loved this one. And here's our noob octopus, who wasn't even in the video, and Squishy, our very pro octopus. And this one is my magical hand. Okay, that's a wrap. I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.